Hello Blender folks, welcome back. This is epistemic-gnomes and we are now gonna attempt something experimental, still something that I have never attempted before. So the situation is the following. I have this multi-dimensional WikiRig. There are three wiki bond constraints here operating. One is the double one because it affects these deformed bones. So basically we've got here an wiki bone constraint with a chain length of 1 for the thigh bone, and then another with chain length of 1 for the shin bone, and this allows for this sort of of course there are some issues here because in this case there are settings here that are special. So you see I can make joint pinning, knee pinning, and then I have the conventional wiki bone constraint for on that mechanism chain here, and then on the shin bone, the mechanism shin bone, there's a chain length of 2, and this is the pole target, the wiki target, or actually this is the master controller for the whole leg. So you see I can do that, but at any position I can still make some F key posing without I key F key switch. And yes, I can manipulate this, but you see there is this displacement. I can still use this, but it's not as good. And then the advanced foot rig that exists for these things, which is here, right? The advanced foot rig, which is it's all parented and bone constrained to this. So the dual conventional wiki chain, right? Wiki. And so you see that I lose some functionalities of this as we split the chains, because occasionally we might want to make F key posing, right? And so you see the thing here is simple. I can there's this stretching, maybe I can control it, but anyways, if I maintain distance from this bone, because here there is a limit distance, so this is very delicate, but as soon as I don't force it, you see I cannot make this push the thigh bone. As soon as it is pushed, then I lose the joint pinning, but it's okay. This is not this is perfectly feasible to. I can probably make some, maybe there's some way to fix this thing in place so this won't stretch anymore. I think there are ways to do so. This is not what I'm concerned about. This is some detail because this is already doing what I wanted. So, and of course I can still make leverage with this kind of here. What's going on? I can still do leverage, you see, through this to the 3D cursor on the mesh provide. Of course I was doing it wrong. So no, yes. Okay, so but I don't have this leverage. So what I want to do here is actually, this is a proposition that I have this idea. What if I transpose or clone the advanced foot rig to the foot rig, right? I mean for the deformation, this for this part of the rig, right? So I want to have this following this. So this is what I'm going after. Maybe ideally I think if this could be transposed to there, and then when this foot is here, then everything is working from that, and then I can control this. However, the way I've done the rig makes that, and there's a good reason why this is part of the dual IK chain, that one of the chain length of 2. I'm calling that dual. The reason why this makes part of this is because it's the dual IK chain which has the natural power of lifting thanks to this mechanism here with the bone roll. Because since it's this is made from an chain length of 2, this means that, because it's inverse kinematics, right? That is what it's supposed to do. This means that, of course, this bone will affect inversely that one, even though they are, the FK chain is like that, right? But the IK chain is like that. So, because of chain length of 2, this bone roll can leverage. But now, I believe that because I found a plausible way to have leverage from this rig with simply this kind of feature. Hold on. See how it is possible that this chain length is pushing that? Well, it's not because, it's mostly because of this feature. Otherwise it would never be able to push it, because this master bone is not leveraging this. It does not move. There's the IK chain for this bone is just one chain length. So that's why. But if I have this bone constraint, limit distance or something alike, then as soon as I make this push, then this is I can make leverage the thigh bone. But it's not very convenient sometimes, because if we want to make F key posing, it's very easy to just disrupt, but then we can fix it simply. So so this is the way I found to lever, and I think this is possible now because well, I'm not sure exactly of all the details, but and exactly how I've reached that level. But I was experimenting, and eventually, after many challenges, I was able to make this. So now I want to I'll first try to duplicate and see if I can have this working there. Okay, so this will be the first attempt. If that works, okay, then we'll have two systems. One that will work for this, so there'll be a following advanced foot rig here, and this one whenever we are back here, but then they will stack together. It will be a bit difficult to find the controllers, but we'll see. And then if that works, my second development on top of that, if that provided that works, will be that I will try to get this deleted, except for, and then it will follow the here, but then this will go back to this thing. So I'll end up with the same, with just one, but working for both. So this will be the ideal, because currently this advanced foot rig is not working for this one. It's complicated to explain, but I think we'll see in real time. So basically the splitting of the IK mechanisms or the control of the IK, right, they occur through the deaf bone, because the deaf bone originally is parented to this bone here, which is the, so this is the deformed bone. It is parented to this thin bone here, which is actually the IK target for the dual chain. And this bone is being warped through copy transforms to this map bone here, which like it will mimic all this contraption here are mimicking this by trigonometry, right? No, this is manual. Yeah, trigonometry. This is manual positioning of the bone. So I basically reconstructed these proportions here and the settings here, and then the warping goes perfectly to match whatever we have here. So this is why I don't need to have all this contraption of the advanced foot rig there, but it's possible. Originally I was putting it there because I didn't know how to warp it, but it's way more annoying. So this time I suspect I should have this thing warped there. Maybe not, but let's start by doing it. It's not hard, it's just take a little of time. So I'll probably have to start it. I'll use a new layer, so that will be this one. So it will be whatever, development layer, and there's nothing here for at the present moment. So I'm going to duplicate it. I want to have everything working here. No, not this one, and also not this one, which is the master legs. So it's this. Oh, alright, so I have it. So I'm gonna duplicate this thing. Then I'm gonna move this to that new layer. Then I think I'm gonna hide this for a moment, right? And so what is remaining? Interesting. What? Oh, these are control bones. All right, so here. So now I have this thing here. I'm going pose mode, and I'm going to take off all its I have a Control Alt C, I guess. It's constraints, clear, yes, clear pose constraints. So now they don't have anything in terms of bone constraints. I must make sure that, yes, these are the bones from that layer. I don't want to see that yet, so let's get these bones, and I'll paint them. I'll give them a new color so I don't get confused for now. So let's see, bone groups, then let's give them this very different wild color here. So to get started, I'll probably, yeah, so their names are all probably having this one, and okay, they are matching. Let's pick this whole thing, and of course I want to simplify this thing now that I know how to do so, but I want to test it full as it is now, and then I'll start the simplification. Even though this might be not very smart, I'm doing for learning purpose, so this is actually important. So use normal, I guess. Okay, there are some wrong rotations there, but this is, I never found exactly when rotating multiple bones at once, but doesn't matter because I'll have it matched manually, aligned manually after. So for now I'm just trying to get the proper orientation, so I'll know what to do. So here, rotate on, I think it's, let's use the global then, or local, maybe it's local, yeah. Rotate on y-axis. No, local is being wrong, so okay, whatever. So rotate y-axis, rotate z-axis, rotate x-axis. Well, yeah, okay, so I'm using global. Let's get this down here, and as soon as we approach the foot, then we'll start our trigonometry stuff. But since this didn't got totally disrupted, it would be probably easier. So I must be aware of the how this thing is parented, so maybe I should. Okay, so let's start at once. This is the joint, so let's just put this bone already there. Alright, then we will bring, and let's align this with do you have anything to align here? Well, this is a little problem. Okay, let's fix that very easily. I get this bone, then I will align it with this bone, and then I'll Alt F this bone, and then okay, but I want to switch the. Alright, so I have this problem. What if I reset the roles? Okay, so it will be like that, right? So except that this role, okay, it will align to this. Okay, so you get a -90, right? And z is pointing upwards, at least locally. So that's okay. Now let's get, okay, I can already, I don't need this one anymore, so it's just a mapping. Then what is this side roll? Now these are some of the last ones, so let's put this again on the joint. You'll notice that it needs to, oh yeah, okay, so let's get this matching the here, right? Actually I'm having some difficulty in, okay, here. Then I pick this and align. I believe it is, yes, align here, and this is probably correct too. Alright, so this aligned already. Then there are those, this bone could go there already on that joint. This one is probably inverted, so how do I do this? It usually this could be a little complicated. So first align here, yeah, align here, then yeah, this will be a bit complicated, but this one is easy. Get it here and align like that one, and this would go, yeah, align